before this because I won't go through the installation process here. It should be fairly straightforward. Can you guys react in the chat? If you guys have Notion installed? Okay. Got a few people here. Lit. For those of you that haven't yet, now's the time to, or this is a good time for you to start installing. So. Okay. I'm a little curious to see who's here or where's everyone from. So yeah, where's everyone from? Drop in the chat. Bonus points if you're not from Merced. Okay, we got someone from SF, Merced, SAC, okay. Fremont,
Some Bay
repping the
Area.
Bay Area. Okay, I see everyone. SJ, Turlock, okay.
Dang, it's all NorCal.
Is anyone here not from this country? Or not from this state at all? Ooh, got interesting. New
New
York?
York. Let's
Cool,
go.
nice. Welcome. Glad that you're here. Uh, so no takers for anyone out of this country. Okay, that's fine. Have you guys gotten your team set up? Have you guys have a project so far already? Has everything been finalized yet? Have you guys started already? Ooh, definitely an idea and a team. Cool. What are you guys hoping to get out of this? Definitely idea and a team. Anyone excited for tonight? Skills and a project to show up. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. There we go. That's like a good. Okay, just to learn. I'll vie for that. Oh yeah, definitely. Like if you guys haven't like met at least one or two new people in this hackathon, then you're definitely missing out. So I recommend do that too. Yeah, I know. What is it? I didn't know like my first hackathon, which was last year. I didn't know who. I didn't even know like I was gonna do it too. And like after that weekend, like I think I just walked away with like a lot of new connections, and it was pretty lit. So I'm really happy about that.
Don't be afraid to hop on the Discord and talk to other people too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you feel like no one has if you feel like you don't have a team, odds are someone might have two. So or odds are someone might not also have one either. So yeah, definitely like keep looking out there.
All right, it's now 11:05.
Cool beans. All right, let me just go switch over. How do you guys like the starting screen? It's this new thing I'm trying out. Very YouTuber, yeah. It's kind of the vibe I was trying to get to. So okay, let me just go get the slides walking in. Are we recording, Joseph?
Yeah.
Cool. Give me a second. Here, let me just get set up here. Thank you. I'm very glad, Mr. Executive Director, you like my taste in music. All right, here, I'm almost done here. Let me make sure I don't get any notifications here. All right. Okay, I'm just starting up the slides. All right, can everyone see this?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. Okay, so let's just see how this goes. So, welcome everybody to this project task management workshop with me and Joseph too. We hope that if Notion is a new app to you, then I hope that you get a kick out of this. So yeah, hope you enjoy. So let's meet who's hosting this shindig. I'm Martin Nadado, or you can call me Marty. I'm a computer science and engineering major at UC Merced, and I'm also on the design team at Hackmerced.
Hey everyone, my name is
Cool.
Joseph. I'm a mechanical engineer and I'm a part of the marketing team at Hackmerced.
All right.
All right, what's going to be covered today in this workshop? Well, starting off, we're gonna kick it off with who would need project management and what's the deal with project management, some tips and ideas on team delegation, a quick Notion demo from Marty himself, some Q&A, a super surprise, and a little wrap up at the end.
For sure, for sure. And since that we are kind of like you might not feel it, but we will be running a little bit low on time. Like I'm anticipating. So any questions about like Notion or whatnot too. If you need help with like setting things up, I'll be available after the workshop to help you guys if there's some kinks you have to work out with, or excuse me. And yeah, so I'll just leave all the questions in the end. You can post them on the chat, but I won't be focusing on it too much. So yeah,
Can they
just to
ping
let you
you on
guys know.
Discord afterwards?
Oh yeah, definitely yeah. Do stick around to connect with us because that's another cool tidbit that we're gonna show off. So yeah. All right, so let's get on to it. So probably wondering why you might be here or what you hope to achieve out of this workshop too. So I'm gonna ask you if you're at the right place. So try to see if any of these points vibe with you. So you've got a project idea. You finally got the dream team set up. You got the repository ready to go. Get ready for those commits and all that, and all the things you need for a killer project. Killer project. So what's missing is a project tracker. That probably might be missing too. You ever feel like what is it, Joseph? Do you ever feel like you've it was a little hard to organize like any projects you had like for school or for work or whatnot.
No, definitely. I feel like now that everything's online, it's actually a lot harder to keep track of school related things and work related things. And I sometimes using other softwares and calendars like it doesn't work as good as like Notion sometimes.
No, yeah, I guess you, yeah. And like it's a lot of apps to like keep track of, but if you have like the right ones, then you can definitely use those to your advantage too. So yeah. Um,
Yeah.
have you ever had any issues with failed projects due to unorganization too? Like uh especially like what is it? I think I have some projects where I didn't even notice uh like I used to focus on one thing, but like then I thought then I thought that this feature was important too, so I'm gonna work on that. But I completely like forgot that I was working on like this main, like I guess this main home screen that I'm working on for my mobile development class. Like, do you ever feel like you like stray away from like what you're focusing on too?
No, I feel that. Like sometimes we um we have a big goal and then there's also like small steps that we have to take and then we just lose track of there's this the main objective we're trying to accomplish.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel that. Does your dream team have a spectacular general skill set but unsure who's working on what? Like, like for me, I guess I'd like to describe myself as like a generalist too. Like, I do like front end stuff. I do like back end stuff. I probably might not even know like the extent of what it even covers too. Um, like like I like to like explore a lot of things, but I don't really specialize in one thing too. I'm not sure you feel like anything else, or if you feel like what is it like you can work on anything else, or what is it like? What is it? Oh shoot, I'm drawing a blank though. Like, do you know what I mean, Jessa?
No, yeah, I feel. Honestly, for me, I feel like I like to be like supportive, so I'd like to do like the back end things, and then help out others as much as possible. But always like willing to, how you say, um, I'm always open to like new thoughts and having others help too.
No, I get you. Yeah, so yeah, like as much as like we know like everything, or we can do like either back end or front end or what, or like whatever, like and like we're trying to like focus on too. Like it's kind of hard to like keep track if you want to stay in that one path.
Yeah.
Are you usually one to usually do most of the work, but you struggle delegating too? Like I know, I feel like I know. I feel like I can call out some people here too. Like it, like for some group projects, um, there's usually that one person who usually does the work, and everyone else like they probably do just like some small feature or whatnot. But I can see myself like I can see myself do this too. It's hard for me to delegate. So like that's why like I really want to what is it divide up the tasks of how much, or I really want to divide up like who I can divide up my work. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
It's like,
yeah, it can be easier on me too. Yeah. Like
yeah.
we know we have an idea and a goal in mind, but we can't do everything too. Like we're
Hmm.
not like superhuman, you know what I'm saying?
It's, I honestly think it's the pandemic would have to play into this sometimes too, because nowadays, now that everything is more remote, it's harder to like keep in contact and then delegate and keep on track and keep things
Yeah.
organized.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It just adds like more friction to like that whole process to see if like just to check in if something's doing it. Yeah, Messenger just ain't it
It
though. Yeah.
really
It's
is.
like you're like
Like
you really
sometimes
got
I'd be posting in like class discussions, like even my phone number, like, hey, if you guys, or for a group project, be like, hey, can you guys reach out to me? And I would like to delegate tasks for a project due up our upcoming due date.
yeah, definitely too, yeah. And like this can also like help mitigate that too. And I think this is also another big one too. Is it tough to stay motivated on really big, like really huge projects that you know it's going to be good at the end? It's so ambitious. Like you probably might like get some big money out of it. I don't know. Like maybe you are. I like you're probably gonna like land some cool was it internship or some cool opportunity along the way too. Like just so like you have that project, like it can really show that too. Is it so ambitious that it's so tough that after you start that initial phase of, oh, let's set everything up and all that too. But after like you're actually working and doing the dirty work of it, like it can get a little tough too, especially for me as well. Like this can also go like for school and side projects too. Like if you really feel like it's a New Year's resolution to, I don't know, do better in school, and then after midterm seasons, it's just, oh my gosh, I have to I'm so burnt out. You feel me? Just,
Yeah, most definitely.
yeah.
I honestly think it's up to the mindset of what you have for you to stay on track, stay organized. It's also how, it's also, I feel like organization also plays a big key in this, because if you're well organized, you typically will have, you typically follow your steps and slowly get rid of that checklist to accomplish the big goal.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like it's good to stay on track too. Yeah. And yeah, so if you ever feel that, if you feel that, or if you ever thought to yourself, like to one of these items and you say, yeah, I felt that, then you're probably at the right place. So let's go right into it. So before we start, hopefully you have something that you can was hopefully you're set up for success while going through this workshop. Hopefully you have a computer, or if you want to use Notion on your phone, that's fine too. Like I it works too on there too. Like if you have Android or iOS, Notion install on your machine. Hopefully you have done that by now. A goal in mind too, yeah. Because what is it? Because usually what I like to think about is if I don't have any direction to where I'm going, then it's gonna stay tough to what is it to keep hope alive in a way. Like if you know like in the end that you have something like you want to work towards to, and like yeah, if you have that end goal in mind, like I don't know, like a road down the road, and you see that goal. At least if you have that, then you're probably ready for the next stuff, which is some idea to compartmentalize your project too. Because what is it? It's like you have this big project, but you need to really, really break it down to make it something feasible in order for you to work on it as well. Like, what are you gonna work on? Like, what is it? What are you gonna work on? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. Like if you have this big project too, like how are you gonna divide it up too? So if you have some sort of web development thing, I'm not too big on like how uh yeah, I'm not too big on very big technical terms. You probably might know more than me, but this is for example like front end, back end design, and probably some sort of like project manager type thing, just to have you keep you guys in track. Like if you can split that up too, you break up those big goals into something like something that someone on your team can work on, then you're pretty much set up for success. So if you have these, then cool, we can move up next too. And what are some perks here? What are the perks that you can get out of this too?
All right,
Uh,
so I got it. All right, some perks you can probably get out of this is an ease of mind because you can visually see what's needed to be done because you'll have it in front of you. Moving forward, we also have the next bullet point. Okay. Moving forward, it's like we have the small tasks, and then those small tasks, we have the small wins, like the baby steps. Whenever you do a big project, like there's always the baby steps before you can take on the bigger steps. And on top of that, it's like, sorry, next point.
oh, you're good. You're good.
um, it promotes transparency amongst the other members. Like this will help you basically get your point across to your other members. Like, oh, I have this to be done, or I also have this that I've already completed, and such and such.
Yeah, like you can clearly like everyone can see define like who's doing this and like how they're going to be doing it. Yeah, and
Oh yeah, we just talked about this.
yeah, oh yeah, and then yeah, who's going to be doing this on what needs to be done. Oh, and yeah, everyone has a part. Like I'm not sure if any one of you has a team that has some sort of stragglers in the background that is may not be experienced as you are, or if you flip that boat around and you're probably someone that's a little intimidated on where to start, how can I learn this? How can I learn this API or library or programming language and whatnot too? Like if like these are defined for everyone, then at least they can get a kick out of like what they're doing in the project.
Yeah, honestly,
Um,
don't be afraid to like ask your project manager or like your other members for help because in the end it's a group project and you guys all want to benefit either if you're learning or if you can complete your project to as much extent as you guys can.
yeah,
On top of task division, this honestly dividing up tasks, it helps divvy up the productivity of everyone. On top of it's you won't be afraid to or you shouldn't be afraid to ask like for other group members even though like oh they have their own tasks and you don't want to bother them. It's okay because when you're doing a task and you need everyone has like an equal part. So eventually your part will be needed too. And after all the tasks will be done, everything will be centralized in one place. That's when you put all your hard work together into your big project.
yeah, and all the tasks that you see, with all the tasks within your project too, like it's all in one place too. So it's all like think of it as like one central hub where was it like, who's working on this? Who's working on that too? Just check this task manager then, yeah. So yeah, I think that sums up about it too. And yeah, and also if you're into that too, you can get that as well. So yeah, thanks for helping me out, Joseph.
Yeah,
Like,
now
appreciate it, man.
Marty's gonna give you guys a little demo of Notion.
All right, cool. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for that, Joseph. So we're gonna be starting off with Notion. Hopefully you have it hopefully you have it installed by now. If you've already like messed around with it, then we're going to be starting off from scratch. This is going to be based on how I'm going to be running my project because, excuse me, I'm also going to be participating as well. I'm not going to compete, but I'm also like, this is just going to help me and also my group member. I think she's also in the audience too. Yeah, shout out to Alyssa. Where this is going to help us really break down like what we need for our project. And yeah, because like we're both Notion enthusiasts too, so we really know how to work this. So yeah, we're going to be covering how we're going to use tables on Notion and really dive into the features of it too, because it can be a little scary, or not scary, maybe intimidating, I don't know. Just so it's like more familiar with you guys. We can see how properties works. We can see how templates work and trying to show repeatable tasks, table views, filtering and sorting too, just so you can organize everything at a glance. And if we have time, then we have some nifty features to show you. So yeah, let me just hop over to Notion. I'll see you guys in a bit too, yeah. So yeah, let me hop off real quick. Oh yeah, I know earlier I was doing some of my assignments on here too, so I have to like get out of that as well. Okay. Give me one more second. So I'm gonna favorite this page just so I can see it up on top. All right, I'm gonna share my screen again. All right, can everyone see this? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not losing any guys. Like, are we all good so far? Anyone?
Anyone? Can we get some comments in the chat?
Cool beans. All right. Cool. Just want to see if you guys are still there. All right. So, okay. So here's a cool page. I'm going to be releasing this page out after the workshop, so you guys can reference it as well. So yeah. So we're going to start from scratch. I'm going to just cruise through by. So there is a little bit of content to cover too. So we're going to make a new page. New page here. And okay, so I'm going to be starting this new page, and yeah, of course it's empty. So I'm going to just populate some things that would look cool on here. I don't want it to just look empty because it's going to be a little boring. So I'm going to be doing some sort of productivity app on here. It's not really technically on the tracks, but it's something that I'm really interested in right now. I want to add a cover just so it's not boring. Let's do a cool one. I hopefully like you guys can do this too. Yeah, just so like your Notion pages don't look boring, like as the blank one. Okay, hopefully that renders soon. So we're gonna call this the Awesome Task Manager version 2. All right, so we have that too. And how we're gonna begin with this is we're going to, into your empty page, if you already made it here so far and you see type / for commands, we're going to do / table. And we're going to hit this database right here, which says table in line. I usually do an inline tables because later on, if like me and Alyssa, if we want to reference like some sort of like, oh, is it some like design links or some paths too, um, I'm able to like write stuff down here like below and on top of these on top of these what is it? On top of these tables, yeah. I'm hearing some things about quality. Is anyone like getting any connection problems, or is the quality fine with you guys, or
It's a little blurry on my end.
does anyone feel that too? Or it's a little bit rough, but it's readable. Okay. If it helps, I'll also zoom in as well too. Yeah. Yeah. So cool. All right. So yeah. So we're going to be yeah. So we have these tables here. Yeah. I like to keep them in line because I can put was it like what John said too. I like to put different blocks on top or on bottom so I can reference it. Let's be at project here. And then now we just, yeah, so right now we have our, let me see here. Like I actually have some notes for this. So let me see if I got everything right on the money too. Yeah. So yeah, so as we can notice that we have two columns here that are here by default. You can definitely change them to make them see fit for us. I like to keep names here because you want to know what your task name. We can also change this task name. Tags. I'll keep this here as well because what is it? What is it? I like to define like what kind of task we're going to be using. Oh yeah, we're going to be diving into the properties now. Yeah, so I'm not sure about you guys, but for us, we're going to be having some different tags like design to. That's definitely important. Front end implementation, back end stuff. Hopefully, I have to call some APIs like I haven't even learned about yet, so I'm going to do some research on that as well. Maybe some brainstorm. Maybe something to brainstorm on too, because like, of course, like everyone has like some sort of not project, like some say into like what you guys want for your project. Let's see here. What else? Usually, okay, what else do I do on here? This one's important. This kind of matches to that of Asana, which is and as you, oh yeah, also as you notice too, each property or each column here has its own property types. So you can like suggest, it can like, wait, what was it? You can define how you want your information to be conveyed. Like for text, if you want like text on here, a specific number, kind of like the tags you see like on the tags below. You can get more complex with dates, formulas. I'm going to be using a formula here, so this is really useful for me, especially for at school. So for this next one is progress, because it's similar to Asana, like I said. What did I use that for? Select. I use the select tool. It can be either, excuse me, like progress, like to demonstrate the, the stages of your, to see like how complete is your task, like not started. Did I have that? Yeah, not started. If you think that each each option is meaningful with color, you can do that as well. I like to do it. I'm more of a visual learner. Planned too. You can see why I do this. What else? In progress. Final stages too is important. Oh, I actually didn't put that there. Yeah, final stages. And I think there's the last one too, completed. I like to make that green too. You guys can change the colors to however you see fit. For in progress, I usually do that yellow. And I only don't use, I add planned and final stages because for in progress, it's a little vague on if I started it like 10% or 90%. So yeah, that's why I have that. So usually most tasks are like not started as well. Okay, I was just gonna go a little, I'm gonna like freshen up the pace too. Let's see, assignees. I'm going to invite I'm going to invite Alyssa on here too. Actually, let me make sure to rename your properties. Progress to assignees too. If you or your team members have a Notion account too, you can definitely invite them to this page. Let's see, assignee. Is that how you spell it? Assignee. There you go. Guess I'm gonna. Oh, I didn't invite her on here. Okay. Uh, sorry, sorry, Alyssa. I'll do this later, or I'll do that in a bit. So, my bad. What else? Due date. Actually, you know what? Yeah, everyone don't spam her, but can you send me your email? Alyssa, it could be over private chat or not, whatnot. Signee. Email. Okay, while she does that, this one I like to do, which is due date. Because I'm not sure about you, but if you feel like that you're one to focus on a task just for so long, just to perfect it, like if you really have that like perfectionist mindset or whatnot, then this can really help like not or this can really help like what is it? Uh, I don't know where the words to this, but this can really help you give like a deadline for like, and just to like know when to crunch things down, just so like you're under a standard of like when I have to do this by. So you can fix it later probably, but as long as it's implemented somehow, you can work the kinks out later. So this one's my favorite too, because for all you computer science majors out there, you might get a kick to this because this does in fact use some logic too. So for this formula, I like to know. Oh, actually, she did give me her email. Let me go send that to her. Let me go invite her there too. So yeah, everyone, if you see this, don't spam her. So or any of my friends. So yeah, here we go. Let's go invite her here. She should get an email soon. So okay, let's keep going. So hours left. This one's my favorite. Go to edit formula. Yeah, like I said, like if you're into computer science, you might get a kick for this because this has some sort of logic syntax in it here. And I do want to, for this one, I do like to see how long the task would take me relative from now until when I should complete it. So you'll see the magic in this later. So if you start with this first function, which is date between, like just kind of work with me here. If you're not really well-minded into logic or computer or programming, then that's okay. Like this template will be available for you. So due date. Oh yeah, what is it? For this date between, it should give you here. Let me backtrack a little bit. For this date between, or yeah, if you don't know like the formulas, you can just scroll down to here. Somewhere, yeah, date between. And if you're not really familiar with how some of these work, you can just dive down to here, see how this works. So since I know this already, this first date is going to be relative. This will be your due date time of or when you're supposed to finish your task. This will be when, this is now, like this current second relative to now. And text is how long, or this is like your units of times basically. So let's do property of due date. I actually did not add due date on here. So let's go add that quickly. Due date. It's gonna be a time too, or date actually. So due date. Let's go back to the formula. Okay, date between due date, comma. Make sure to check your syntax. There's a little nitpicking on that. Now, this will, yeah, relative time to now, and put your units to hours. Set that to complete. And since we have something, let's say twin, yeah, she's my twin from a org here on campus. Let's say that all the design has to be done by, what is it, 10 a.m. tomorrow. All the design screens too. Let's remove this here. Not started. Oh shoot, that was my mistake. Say it's due 10 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, and you see it, we have our relative from now, we have 10, she has 10 hours to do it. So get cracking. No, I'm kidding. What's next? One more is reviewed. I'm not sure if this might be useful for you guys, but this might be for us just to see, like, just so we can like check each other's work too. Let's see. You can also do not reviewed. Another one is let's see, approved. You can change that to green. I had mine in green. Oh, I didn't even add that. And needs changes. Okay, so we got our task set up. Hooray! Cool. Wow, that was a lot. Okay. Let me just get back here. I see if I've covered down everything too. Okay. Cool. So now we just completed our database. We got all the columns needed to be defined for a specific task, and it's all completed. Cool. But you're going to be using a lot of tasks too. That's going to be a little bit of a pain to like do these all separately. So what I like to do is I like to make templates of certain predetermined tasks that I know of. So if we were to go to here on this drop-down menu, you'll see templates. This is going to be set up that standard for a specific type of task, if it's design or back end or front end or whatnot. So we're going to make a new task or template. What else? Yeah, so this is going to be, what else did I have here? Give me a second. Okay, so if I want to create, like, let's say a new design task, because that's what Alyssa's going to be working on here. New design task. I like to give every icon some sort of cool picture, or yeah, I like to give it an icon just so it's not boring. So if I know ahead of time what these properties are, then I can go ahead and create that. So we obviously know that the task isn't started. Hours will be set by the user, especially our due date is set by the user, excuse me. Hours left, that's the turn on due date, columns. It's not reviewed, obviously. Assignee, we know that's gonna be Alyssa is working on it too, because she's mainly design right now, and task is design. And yeah, so we just created your new design template. So if I want to make a new task because designing screens is a little too broad of a task. So what we're gonna do, if we want to make a new task, we can do new design task here. Go to our templates, and then let's see. We do want to have her set up the wireframes for the login screen. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up on the spot too. So we know that she's working on it. So I predetermined, let's have her finish this by 3 a.m. because we're staying up right now. Oh, that's for Friday. Let's go to Saturday. Yeah, so, okay, so right after this, we're gonna be working on it. So we're gonna have a lot of time to work on this. So yeah, we have one for design. Let me do one more. Let's do backend stuff too. I'm gonna also be working on that too. New backend task. Go to here. I don't know. Let's have this one because connectivity. Backend assignee is gonna be me. Progress not started. Columns not reviewed. Okay. Want to make a new one. New task for me. I guess let's see. I don't know what I'm going to use yet for my app too. So I guess I'm going to go research for APIs or whatnot too. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just making this stuff up on the spot. So I don't. I don't know. I'm going to refine this later. Due date. I'm going to do this by 2 a.m. tomorrow. That's Friday. Saturday. Okay, cool. So we got templates. There's also one other thing that's next to the tags. Yeah, progress as well. I feel like I'm forgetting something else too. Am I? Let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay, hours left reviewed. Okay, and yeah, so let's make some dummy or some fake tasks to do. Like, let's see, like, I don't know, set up backend once it's decided, and that's a design. I'll go work on that later. So let's see. Actually, you know what? Since we're running low on time, I will go back to something I already did set up here. Okay, so we have this here as well. Let's see if I can remove some of these. Like, let's say if I haven't set this up before. So I have some predetermined tasks that I set up, but I don't know when I'm going to do them yet. Or it's a little bit of a mess. Scratch what I just said. It's a little mess if it's not like organized well too. Like, so usually what I do, like let's pretend that doesn't exist. So this is just a bunch of tasks, but I'm not really, what is it? I'm not really familiar or not familiar. Like, I just want to focus on the design task too. So if I want to search for a certain, if I want to see all the design tasks that are to be worked on, and like, filter out everything. I like to make a new view here as well. Let's create a totally new view. Let's call this, let's see, only design tasks. Let's do this with a table view. So yeah, since we're short on time, we're going to, yeah, you can mess around with these too, but usually what I like to do is, I like to make views that are more useful for me too. Like, the ones I usually use are table for progress, for calendar. Let's go into table just so like I can combine this next few things. So only design tasks. So once we set up a new view, it's gonna look disorganized, and like we only want to show design. So if we want to filter that out, you come over to the top right hand corner of the table. What else? Go down to filter, add a filter. And then from here, we can go back to the properties that we've just created. Go to design, that's for tags. And if it contains, what is it? Design here. Then we can see all the things that are specified for design. If I want to do just backend too, it can be this as well. I'm not sure why that's there. Oh, there we go. Now that's set up here. Yeah. So yeah, so we have filtering here. This is all of the different field as well, like similar to formulas. There's a bunch of logic that can be done on here. Like, you can set this up, like, if you know like how to set up the filters and really show or really pinpoint what you want to filter out, then yeah, this will be useful for you. But for now, I feel like that just simply just showing what you need, like backend or design stuff, that's all you need pretty much. For these ones, for default view, let's go back to all of our tasks here. We see that's a little bit disorganized by the due dates. Like, let's have this due, like, I don't know, like in the following week. And it's a little bit messy. Like, we don't know like what's in order to. So if you've what is it? If you've been on like those was it? If you've been shopping online, and if you're really into like what is it? I know like I want to sort what is it? I want to sort like the least the least expensive stuff with the most expensive stuff too, like sorting ascending and decreasingly. I can also do that with a certain property if I can. Like let's see here. Let's go to sort here. We haven't made it. We pretended not to make a sort. How to sort here, and we only want to sort everything that has to do chronologically from now until the was it the end of time too. So we'll go to due date. You can also sort it like this. And now that everything is what is it? Sorted now from now till whatever the end task is, habit port design. Yeah, this is a little bit this is more like we just focus on the due dates here. You don't worry about the task names. So okay, yeah. What else? We can also yeah, and was it for filtering and sorting, you're not just limited to what we have here. You're also free to yeah, you're also free to add your own columns too. Like I'm not sure what you guys might add as well too. Maybe maybe within like actually I don't know what I was thinking for that one, but this can you can definitely tailor this to whatever your team or your project needs. And it's just very it's a very good resource for yeah, it's a very good resource for just keeping track of what you need to do with the project, especially like especially for this weekend as well, since I know you guys are going to be was it working on this for a while. So yeah. um hmm. I'm not sure if you guys were wondering if I was going to a take a sip of water, but I guess now's the time. So yeah. Okay. I did go a little. I did want to like pick up the pace a little bit, but I did want to leave room for questions if anyone has it. So if you have any non-technical or non-specific Notion stuff that I can like fix within it, then I'm I'm free to yeah, I'm free to answer any questions if you'd like. You can ask me or Joseph.
Are there any extensions or anything? So like connecting GitHub or connecting like other third-party softwares?
Oh, actually, there is. It's pretty cool. Yeah. There actually do have some capability with that. So I know I was messing around with this earlier too. Like, if you go down to if you make a new block, if you're really into or I'm not sure. I haven't used this personally, but I know like this might be useful. Like, if you guys want to reference some sort of like, excuse me, I don't know, algorithm or code snippet, scroll all the way down to advanced. You can do like GitHub gists too. Like I know I had like a dummy gist I've made recently. Let me go link to that though. You can also what else? I can show you that in a bit. So you can add your own code snippets from GitHub here. And if you're also into design, you can also embed some Figma files on here too as well. Um, so yeah, I'll also do the GitHub just right for now. I'll do that right now. But yeah, there's a lot of definitely capabilities on here. There's a lot of third-party stuff you can do on here, but it's a little bit limited. So you can go what is it? Explore that for yourselves.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. All right. I don't see any questions here. So yeah, okay. So let's go back to this. Okay, and I did hear that super secret surprise that I was talking to you about. It's just a bunch of resources that I do recommend going to. I know I was a little short on time on some stuff, so I'll be referencing the Notion page that I made today. There are some templates I use from this YouTuber that inspired me from to like get into Notion too. He does a lot better job of explaining most of these features. So yeah, I definitely go check out Thomas Frank. Notion has a guide on tables too. And there is a project management panel tomorrow at March 13th at 10 a.m. So hopefully you guys go to that. And I will
9 to
be
10 a.m.
9 to 10 a.m. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Did that change? That time change?
Yeah, I think actually I'm not sure if it did. It might have at some point. Who knows?
Okay,
But
yeah.
now
So
it's 9 to 9:45, but with a 15-minute Q&A at the end.
oh, okay, for sure. So yeah, just make sure to check out the Discord the not Slack, Discord channels on the announcements to see if was it when that's going to be. So, but it's definitely going to be tomorrow morning. So,
Yes, thank you for shouting it out.
yep. And after that, if there aren't any other questions, I do see a question there too. I'll end that or I'll just leave that here. So yeah. So thanks for showing up. Thanks for attending. Add us on our socials, and yeah, that's a wrap. Thank you guys for staying in. I'll just be lingering around for the next few minutes if you have any Notion, if you have any Notion questions or any help on the stuff on the page.
Yeah, thanks everyone for coming.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And don't forget, don't be afraid to hit us up on social media or anything.
All right. Oh yeah, and what else do I use Notion for? Oh yeah, this is literally my crutch too for school. So like I really rely on this for what is it? For my school stuff. Like here, let me end off here. So if you can still see this, like here's my page for spring academics too. Yeah. Like here's here's like a maxed out capability of what you can do for Notion too as well. This is what works for me. So I hopefully like that works for you as well. So yeah, it just keeps a track of like one of my classes. Like I'm taking this CodePath iOS development course too. I'm really interested in that. I do have some assignments for what was it? My global arts class and all that too. I did do some of this. I did finish this assignment, so I'm gonna put that under complete and gonna say that I submitted that. So yeah, this is what I usually use on a regular basis. Cool. All right. Let's see.